Hi, welcome back.
No, we went off on a tangent anyway, but we were talking about other things. But right now we're talking about Legend of Korra. So as you were saying.
No, I was gonna say, well, what she had just said was how there was when Korra was first coming on, there was like backlash about her being a female. But the thing is, that didn't make any sense to me because it's like if you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, you knew that there were female avatars in the past, and it was just like I don't understand how that was an issue to begin with. Because usually. Well, actually, no, I don't think it is an even cycle, but it's just like, obviously, there are male but still, it's just like, that, there was no excuse for
I mean, I don't know why I don't see a problem, because I guess with me having, like, open mind, and where I'm not always closed-minded about stuff, like, like, it didn't really bother me at all.
Yeah, I actually thought that making her a female, like, I didn't even think of her skin color because, like I said, almost everyone in the Avatar universe is of some kind of ethnic background. And then the fact that she was a girl, I was like, oh, okay. The next Avatar happens to be a girl.
I didn't see the big deal about
like what is it? Not the one right before Aang, but the one before her. I forgot what her name was. Yeah, she was.
Oh, the Airbender.
The Earthbender one.
Oh, Kyoshi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was Kyoshi. Yeah, she was a woman. Like,
and then there was Yang Chen, who was the Airbender
before
Aang. So.
Yeah, so it's like, it doesn't really matter. And everyone watching Avatar should have just, I don't know why. Who was shocked exactly?
Well, they didn't really say who, but like in like our college reading, they were just saying that when Korra first came out, like there was like backlash. I don't know between who, because obviously Korra's like a great fan base, as we can all see right now. But that the fact that she was of color and that she was a female, I don't know how it set up. And then my thing was at how the ending of the show was. I'm like, okay, this is a first. I like how it ended. But like I don't know how this is gonna reflect this probably being like a Nickelodeon show, because there really is no shows that are that diverse for like sexual orientation or for for kids or for like that's like a mixed background.
And that's another thing that I was thinking as well when it came to it being out of nowhere, because when it comes to these kinds of things, there's those people that are complaining about the whole hugely diverse arrays of like gender identity and all of that. And it's really easy to understand how people may not be too accepting right away, because it's technically like I'm using the term the norm lightly here, because the norm can be defined as the average, what is typically common. And just in nature in general, primarily things go, you have male, female, at least things that reproduce sexually. And if there's all these things going around, and there's a huge social movement out of nowhere, people aren't going to accept it right away. Sort of like they didn't accept black people being integrated or women having rights. It's stupid, but people need a minute. And Korra, it did it smoothly, but it wasn't smooth enough for people who were young to understand, I think. Because it was like, they just had her walking into the portal holding what's-her-name's hand. And I had to think for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, is this supposed to be a bisexual/homosexual thing? Like, if they had made her straight up homosexual, then kids would immediately pick it up. But then it was like she was with like the dude for most of the series, and then I don't know where she's with.
But see, that's my thing. Is like I don't want to get too involved when it comes to like especially sexual orientation in politics, because that's what I definitely don't like talking about, because it's just a big open up Pandora's box. But anyway, I really like this. It's like most people are just like prone to one sex. If you want to like boys, you like boys. If you want to like girls, you like girls. One thing, if you want to like everybody, I mean. Who knows? She might get pissed off with what's her face. Be like, okay, I might want to go on to Aqua or Momo. So take what? I'm just saying. I mean, she can love. But I'm saying, they're still like their descendants are still floating around somewhere. But I'm saying either way, like she can love whoever she wants. It doesn't matter as long as it's not saying like I love this person, but I can't stand this person's race. It's like really, it's like then that would be a problem. So I have no problem with that.
It's just from a plot standpoint, not like the character, but the plot-wise, I think it could have been done a little bit better, because I personally wasn't expecting it.
And then my thing was, I didn't know how, and for one, it being a children's show, how it was going to reflect from to the kids now. I mean, I know, yes, our generation now, like, we're more open, like, people coming out being transgender and all that stuff. It's like, we have no problem with it, but it's like, the parents who are like our parents' age, you're like, okay, why is this person holding this person's hand? And this person's not a boy or a girl. And my child's watching this. Back on to the main topic, Which was, cause I forgot we talked about
The Marvel DC stuff.
Yes.
For the sake of the viewers, maybe we can jump on Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well,
But I mean, I'm doing Wolverine.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
Jack
Wolverine.
will be done too. Eventually.
Sorry, ladies who are like, want to be our mothers. So you won't be here no more playing Wolverine, jumping out the water with like six pack and hairy chest and all that stuff.
Showing his ass.
I'm sad he's not gonna be it either. Like that's.
I mean, I liked him. Don't get me wrong. I like Jack Wolverine, but it's just too much Wolverine.
Yeah.
All the time. Okay, so since we talked about Marvel, does anybody want to jump on DC?
I don't know too much about.
Well, they don't give. I think as far as like the only thing that they do give as far as DC stuff is like TV series.
Okay, like
Flash,
Gotham.
all that stuff.
Does anybody really watch Gotham? I haven't had the chance to watch it.
I was looking forward to it when it first came out, and I watched the first 2 episodes, and I didn't really like it. Because the thing is, I'm not saying like it was exactly like it, but to me, with the way everything was, it reminded me of Batman and Robin. And we all know how that movie was. So, yeah. I couldn't really get into it. That's just my personal opinion.
I just didn't have the time to actually watch and actually sit down and binge on like episode one episode.
I think the season like ended last month. Not too long ago. I think the first season, yeah.
It's only been the first season?
Yeah, there's only 1 season right now.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, they have like a bunch of different shows out at the same time, and they only have like 1 or 2 seasons, if that.
It doesn't even see. I thought they were already in their second season already.
No, they just finished their first.
Oh.
I've heard though that Arrow and Flash were good, but I haven't had a chance to watch them.
Neither
Like,
have
I don't hate DC, because that's another thing. I'll just add some quick sidebar. Like, people are always like, only on Marvel side or DC side. Like, honestly, I don't feel there's any need to hate either side, because like if you think about it, both sides pick up off of each other about things all the time.
I find it funny how the first one that they did was Smallville. And
That was
I know everyone was on that. Everyone was
honestly,
talking about.
I didn't even know Smallville
And
was about Superman.
Like,
I never watched it, but it wasn't until like my senior year of high school that I found
The thing is with that, you look at the Superman movies now, and you look at Smallville. Okay, I'm not saying Smallville was bad, but even Smallville
was
for something that was like big in fan base, that didn't even follow certain things. There was Bizarro, there was Brainiac, there was Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor even had like a couple moments where he was like terrible. There was like a whole, even like the big, what was it? Doomsday. Like even his story was whack. Like all these villains that came in, like these big bad villains that were supposed to come into play, like properly, were introduced terribly. Like I said, even going back to Bizarro was supposed to be a big thing. You know what they did with him? Instead of turning him green and making him the proper way of how he was supposed to introduce, they just made him look like the regular Clark Kent, and then had him wear like the reverse colors of the suit. That was it.
Was he at least stupid sounding?
No.
Oh man.
Wow.
That was terrible. I was like, really? You just really? It's same thing for Doomsday. Doomsday. You know what they did with Doomsday? They have so many backstories for Doomsday, but I think the most the proper one is supposed to be where he was like sent down, at least around the same time.